What is up, everyone? This is Jason, Zombie Collector, and you may be thinking, who is this guy? Well, if you're a wrestling fan, you definitely know who Vince Russo is. He is one of the architects of the Attitude Era during the WWE, back then it was WWF. He was a on-screen personality with WCW, and he was also a writer for both programs. And that's not really going to be about him per se, but that's who this is. The story is about the eBay seller. So the eBay seller, I bought this card at the beginning of the month, like I think May, I don't even know, like maybe the first of the month. And then, I paid immediately. I won it. This card total was like $4, shipping out the door. This is a PSA, by the way. I might not have said that, but this is a PSA. If you're an eBay seller, don't be like this guy. Well, don't be like this guy either, but don't be like the eBay seller. So I bought the card in real time. I won it. I paid for it like same day, maybe even within the same hour. And then, unless they tell you they're not going to send it to you because of XYZ reason, you're just under the impression they're going to send it out in a couple days. And I sell all the time, so I totally understand you're not going to turn around and resell it or send it off through the mail in the next day usually. Sometimes that happens, great, but not all the time. I'm totally understanding the situation. So a week goes by, and I go back and look. I'm receiving cards and everything from everybody else that was I bought after this purchase. And I'm like, where is that Vince Russo card at? And I'm like, I bought that card like May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever. And like a week goes by, and I look, and it still says not shipped, just that I purchased it. It says bought or paid. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, like what's the deal? What's the hang up? So I sent the guy an email and said, hey, go ahead and cancel the order. I don't know why you haven't sent the card. I don't want to get eBay involved, but I haven't had any communication. You haven't sent me a thing explaining your situation, why it's being delayed. You haven't said you couldn't find the car, whatever it is, excuses that people use on eBay. We all know, we've seen them all. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I was like, it's been over a week and you haven't even sent it. You haven't sent me an email, a message, no nothing. And so I just said, I'm going to, just say I'm done with it. I want my money back. I said, just give me back my money. We're fine. I mean, we're talking about $4 here. It's not a lot of money, but it's like, it's ridiculous. You know how a lot of times the eBay sellers will do things like drag their feet to hope the person will just like cancel their order so they can keep the card because it sells for less than they want to sell it for. And so a lot of times people will do that, is that they're just going to drag their feet, or they'll cancel the order so they can't find it, or they'll take forever shipping it, and then the person just wants the money back so that way they can get to keep the card, and the other person is the one who wants to close out the auction. So the guy tells me, I just didn't get around to it. It's just like a person who's just, admittedly, he's very lazy apparently. He was just like, I'll get to it later, I forgot, or I got other things I'm doing or something. Like seriously, like a response like that, I'm like, this guy. I mean, he goes, I'm gonna send it out. He goes, I'm gonna ship it out in a couple days. So it was a couple days from then. So he sent it out. So now we're looking at, I don't know, the 12th or the 13th. So now it's at 10, 11 days since I bought this card at least. And then it does say shipped. And then it arrived here today, today's the 18th or 19th. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Maybe it's the 20th. Yeah, what day is it? I don't even know. What is it? Let me see if I can pull this down. See what it tells me. Let me see if it shows me scrolls down. It's the 19th. Okay. So I had to look at my phone. So 19th. So today's the 19th. I just received this card. So it took almost 3 weeks from the time I bought the card to get this card. And no communication. I had to pay for shipping. If the shipping was free, it still would suck. But at least, I'm like, all right, well, I got free shipping, so I can't be too overtly demanding. But I paid, I think it was more for shipping than it was for the card probably. And he just put it in this top loader and just wrapped it in a piece of paper and sent it to me, which it all turned out fine. And I do some similar stuff, so I don't want to be like poo-pooing on it. But you would think after you like made the guy wait for 3 weeks, you would kind of like, just a little oomph, a little top shelf service. But no. But anyways, guys, a PSA, if you're buying cards on eBay, if you're a seller, communication is key. Communication is key. Just like in a relationship, Just like with your work, just like with anything in life, communication is key. If you're going to be delayed, if you have something come up in life, most people are very understanding. Hey, just communicate. Hey, I'm not able to get that card out for a week. I'm sorry for the delay, but I will, get this out to you ASAP. But I had, you don't got to get the details of what's going on. But this, I had a life event come up. Okay, cool, man. That's fine. That's all I needed. And then when you don't respond, you don't say anything for over a week. And then when I respond to you, and then you're just like, basically like, I'll get to it when I get to it. And then you send it 2 days after that. It's just, that's not good business. So even though I got the card and finally received it, the card seems to be in great shape, which I'm grateful for. Everything seems to be fine on the card. I probably won't be using that guy again because it was just like ridiculous. I don't think I'm asking too much to receive the card in a timely manner. And if the most simplest thing, the most easiest thing would be just to communicate. Like, hey, this happened. I forgot. Life event came up, whatever. Make up an excuse, but just leaving people hanging and then sending it whenever you feel like it, literally 3 weeks later, is not usually the best way to handle business. So, guys, that is it. Be a good seller on eBay. Be a good buyer on eBay. Treat each other with respect. Treat each other's time like it's important, because it is. And just communicate to people. I think that's the biggest thing. I've solved so many issues. And I have thousands and thousands of transactions as a seller on eBay now, because I've been selling so much, that communication has been key for me to, keep people from, giving me negative feedback, or to work things out, or to explain what's going on, or to work out any misunderstandings. And it's so much easier. And I've really benefited from that. So I just think that is something that if you're out there looking into doing it, or you're just looking for some little things, communication and just treating people's time in a respectful manner will be very beneficial to both you as a buyer or you as a seller, and the person you're either selling or buying from. So I appreciate you all watching the video and listening. Let me know your experiences, good, bad, and the ugly. How do you handle these kind of situations? Do you just like this, it shows up when it shows up? Are you on them like 5 days later if you haven't got your car, like, hey, where's my stuff? How do you interact with the seller, and or if you're the seller and the buyer, vice versa? I'm interested to hear the comments below, what you do in these situations that are similar. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Peace.